There's this one specific YouTuber who I'm sure everyone has seen on the internet at some point, but the thing is, he seems to be hated by everyone within the community. But it's kind of weird because it wasn't always like this for this creator. He was actually around some pretty big YouTubers back in the day, such as YouTubers as big as MrBeast or even creator groups like AMP. But even though he was collabing with all of these big YouTubers, over time all of that was stopped and none of these creators would want anything at all to do with him anymore. And this will also lead to him getting banned on almost every major social media platform. And the person we're talking about in today's video goes by the name of Sneako. But what exactly has Sneako done over the years to receive so much hate on the internet, be banned off of every platform, and lose all of these friendships that he had with bigger creators? Well, that's probably what you're here to figure out. So if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the Trap House with the biggest trapper. And while you're at it, don't forget to click that very first link down below in my description to join my Discord server and become an official member of the community. Now, with all of that being said, let's get into how Sneako went from being the most loved to the most hated. So for you guys who are unfamiliar with who Sneako is, he started YouTube all the way back in 2013, and he originally started off his YouTube career like most people with gameplay content, but unfortunately due to his channels being terminated, it's almost impossible to go back to find any of these gaming videos. But Sneako didn't really blow up from his gaming content to begin with. He would start to gain a lot of traction on YouTube, where he would just record himself being mad about random things that he's seen on the internet, and then he would convert all of this more into motivational style content, where he would just make inspirational videos, where he would focus a lot on like self-improvement and also help people get through whatever it was that they were going through. And this is the era of Sneako that a lot of people really started to like, simply because he was more so positive rather than negative, and it seemed like he was like genuinely trying to help people just become better versions of themselves. And as time went on, Sneako would start doing like more controversial styles of content. This really began when he started doing like a form of public interviews, which were popular at the time, where he would just go around asking random people on the street controversial questions and filming their answers. And all of those things would make Sneako the big YouTuber that he is today, gaining over 2 million subscribers on his YouTube channels. And it's kind of funny because I don't think that Sneako ever envisioned being this big on the internet. He originally stated that the only reason why he even started YouTube is because he really wanted to get into like producing, and he wanted to use this as like a gateway to becoming a producer for movies and TV shows as well. Now obviously that hasn't happened yet for Sneako, but he has had like a lot of random little side careers, which includes even being a model for Nike at one point. But unfortunately, I don't think a big company like Nike will ever work with Sneako again, because over time these controversial style of videos that he began to do started to get worse and worse, and he went from a YouTuber who was known for like being motivational and inspirational to people to becoming a creator who is widely known for spreading hate to others and other groups and cultures and things like that, very far off from the person that he was about 8 years ago. And because of the type of person Sneako has become, all of the connections and relationships that he's built over the course of his YouTube career all started drifting away from him and really wanted nothing to do with him because of how negatively he's perceived on the internet. And there was a point in time where Sneako was around some of the biggest creators that you could think of. Like if you go watch some old MrBeast videos, there's a high chance you may see Sneako in one of those videos, or even back when AMP got their very first AMP house in Atlanta, you could also see Sneako in a lot of the videos from AMP members around that time as well. But now it's gotten to a point where MrBeast will probably never go foot near Sneako again, and as a result of this, Sneako always gets into like arguments with MrBeast or MrBeast employees on the timeline. He constantly tries to call out MrBeast or anybody that works with MrBeast a lot on the internet. Like there was a time where Sneako got into a heated argument with Ava Chris Tyson on Twitter over some controversial things involving MrBeast's videos, and Ava Tyson had basically ended up telling Sneako like he was just jealous that MrBeast kept him instead of Sneako, and that would lead to Sneako responding saying that he was basically the one that stopped working for MrBeast because he became his own man.
And I know MrBeast, bro. You guys know that I used to do videos back in the day. Been pretty open about that, and I guarantee you, if I could gamble and I could bet, or I could just like do a lie detector, Jimmy, you know this is bullshit. You don't want to sacrifice your business. You don't want to get the liberal mob to hate you. And so maybe you even tricked yourself into believing this stuff, but in your soul, you know that this is wrong. But you're stuck. You started this business with Chris Tyson. How are you going to abandon him now? Everybody's going to know that it's the bad PR for the fact that you have a trans on your team. You don't want that.
And other big creators outside of MrBeast, such as like Casanat, even he's been showing no interest of having any involvement with Sneako publicly, which will lead to Sneako making some comments about Kai as well.
Let's stop saying goated. Do you notice the satanic symbolism with that word?
And he just started saying anything. And the reason why I ignored Sneako, because something that y'all gotta understand is that everything that I do in my life, I do it for a reason. There was a reason that I did that, bro. Was it because I was Hollywood? I got nothing against him. That got tight because I laughed at Moist Critical's video. He called me the fakest nigga ever. So I said,
Yeah, Kai, because I defended you. When you were getting accused of grape, when the entire internet turned their back on you and started dissing you and making fun of you when you needed support, I defended you because I knew that you were innocent. The same thing happens to me. I don't have a YouTube channel anymore. Banned off of everywhere. Just got banned on Instagram. I'm getting suppressed more than any other streamer. And I need people that I'm cool with in real life to be supportive. And instead of being supportive when the whole internet turned on me, what did you do? You laughed and joined in. You joined the bandwagon because it was popular at the time to make fun of me. And so I called you out on that. I called out all the people that switched up when it was popular to hate on Sneako. Whenever it's popular to hate on Sneako, you see people's true colors. And I called you out. I called you. It doesn't mean that we can't associate anymore. It's just calling you out like, hey, I'm calling it like it is. That was fake of you. You talked about me when it was popular to hate on me, right? And that was a long time ago. Since then, you could have reached out. You could have said, I didn't like this. I didn't like this. And you said you didn't. You see me in public and you walk right in front of me. And let's be honest, was that really the reason? Or is it because of the Nike brand deal? Is it because it's popular to hate on Sneako? It's because you don't want to associate with the real brand risk. It is what it is, bro.
And this will lead to Casa not responding as well.
Did you ignore Sneako on purpose? Yeah.
he just be forgetting what he done did in the past, bro.
But as you can see, all of these big creators seem to want nothing to do with Sneako at all now, and this is because the type of person he's become on the internet. As I said, and as Casanat also said in that clip, in the early days of his YouTube career, Sneako was definitely one of the more likable YouTubers on the platform, which was the main reason why he was able to get around YouTubers like MrBeast. But as time went on, he started switching to like this alpha male, red pill type of content. You know, the creators that say, oh, men could do this, women shouldn't do this, or this race do this, like they just spewing a bunch of nonsense about different people, different cultures. You guys are like the typical Andrew Tate style of content. That's really what Sneako started doing, and this would really hinder his growth and career a lot. I don't want to use the word ruined because y'all don't be liking when I say the word ruined a career because a person is still popular. Knowing that I don't actually mean like they fell off or they're like losers now. That's not what I really mean when I say someone's career got ruined. When I say someone ruined their own career or their career got ruined, that means that the creator had a crazy amount of potential and could have reached crazy heights in their career, but they did something or something happened throughout the course of their career that really hindered their growth and things like that and made people not like them as much, which ultimately slowed down and really put a cap on how much they could grow. And that's what happened to Sneako, because Sneako ended up getting banned on literally every social media platform you could think of. And it would get to a point where Sneako would become a little bit too controversial after collabing with a lot of other controversial content creators as well, such as creators like Fresh and Fit, Andrew Tate, Tristan Tate, Nick Fuentes, and he was even working with Kanye West at one point. And it got to a point where YouTube would deem Sneako as a little bit too controversial, and this would lead to the termination of Sneako's YouTube channel on October 3rd, 2022. This came after a very brief Twitter ban that he had received in September for getting into an argument with another popular streamer who goes by the name of Hassan Abi, and he got banned off of Twitter after allegedly threatening to quote-unquote break Hassan's face. So after already being banned on 2 social media platforms and YouTube and Twitter, he had to quickly think of something else to do in order to keep his career alive as a content creator. So this is when Sneako decided that he would go from a YouTuber to a streamer, and he would announce that he was planning to begin streaming on Twitch very shortly. But literally just 2 days after the announcement was made, he ended up getting permanently banned on Twitch, even though he technically didn't break any rule while streaming on the Twitch platform. Now, being banned by 3 major social media platforms is not good for anyone who's trying to be a content creator. Now, luckily for Sneako's case, this is the era where all of these streaming platforms such as like Kick and Rumble were trying to come up and dethrone Twitch. So a lot of streamers were getting big deals to go stream on these platforms, and Sneako was lucky enough to get offered a deal to stream on Rumble. And even after getting banned off of so many big platforms like Twitch and YouTube, Rumble would end up helping keep Sneako's career alive, mostly because during a 1.5 or 2 year period where he was streaming on Rumble, he ended up getting into a lot of controversy and drama and beef with a lot of other popular content creators. So Sneako's name always managed to be somewhat relevant in content creation, mostly because of the drama he was in. And after a full 1.5 years of nothing but controversy, debates, and drama on Rumble, his contract with this platform would officially come to an end. And this is honestly where things will begin to look up for Sneako once again in his career, because on June 10th, 2024, after 2 years, Sneako had finally got unbanned on Twitch, and after the Rumble contract was up, he would return to Twitch to do his first official stream there at the end of September, and he ended up seeing some immediate success, peaking at over 6,000 live viewers and accumulating over 1,000 subscribers in just his 2 first streams. And things will continue to go good for Sneako because not only did he get unbanned on Twitch, but he also became a Twitch affiliate, which means that he could officially make money from Twitch through ads and subscriptions, you know, everything like that. And after getting affiliated on Twitch, Sneako would end up signing a deal with another streaming platform that goes by the name of Kick. And this is likely because of the close friendship that he has with Aiden Ross, who owns a small percentage of the Kick streaming platform as well. But it seemed like October was just a month of blessings for Sneako, because literally just 1 week later, it was announced that after 2 years, Sneako's YouTube channel had finally been unbanned. Now, to be honest, no one knew how any of this was happening because it's not like Sneako made some type of big switch in his life or big switch in his career. He's still an extremely controversial creator and still has some outrageous takes on life. But for some reason, all of these platforms thought it was a good idea to unban Sneako, but unfortunately for him, this wouldn't last long at all, because less than 1 week later, Sneako would end up being banned on every streaming platform within the 48-hour time span. This included being banned on Kick, who he just signed a deal with literally like 2 weeks ago, as well as being once again permanently banned on Twitch for reasons that happened quote unquote outside of the platform, which means that Sneako didn't necessarily do anything while streaming on Twitch, but he did something outside of the platform that was still against the terms of service, which I guess they have a rule against that would make this a bannable offense. And literally just 2 days after being unbanned by YouTube, his channel will once again be terminated, and it was really all starting to seem like all of these platforms just joined together to troll Sneako. Like, how could someone go from looking like his career was back, he was getting unbanned on everything, to being banned on literally every platform within 48 hours? And all of this will obviously end up taking some sort of effect on Sneako because he recently got unbanned on Kick, and he will end up sharing his opinion on all of this.
Or dressed up as everything, and look, I hate symbols because the guy dressed up as Hitler. I didn't even endorse it when I was laughing at it, and I put a bro, it's literally a Halloween costume, and I've seen so many Kick streamers do this. It's very clear that they have a bias against me, apparently, because I think the first ban was soft. It was nothing. It was for talking to a 14-year-old fanboy, something that I do all the time, even just now when I walk outside on Neon stream. This one was just a Halloween segment, and it's like if you watch a Hitler video, if you watch a Nazi documentary, you're fine. You could see swastikas in there. If I play Call of Duty, there's swastikas in there.
So yeah, as of right now for Sneako, nobody really knows what's going to happen with his Twitch or YouTube. He did get unbanned on Kick, as I just stated, so at least that's a good thing, but he probably got unbanned on there because they literally have him signed to a contract to stream there, so nobody's just going to throw their money away. But as for these other platforms like Twitch and YouTube, we're just going to have to wait and see what happens. I really don't think he'll get unbanned again, maybe from Twitch, but definitely not from YouTube. And if he does get unbanned, it's going to take a lot of time, but that's just my personal opinion. You guys know that the only opinion that I really care about is you guys' opinion, so be sure to let me know what you think about this entire situation down below in the comments. Do you think that Sneako deserved to be banned on these platforms, or do you think he should remain unbanned on YouTube or Twitch? And also let me know if you were ever a fan of Sneako back in the day where he was doing like the motivational style of content. Make sure to leave your comments and opinions down below, and while you're at it, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join me on my journey to 10,000 subscribers. Y'all been showing me insane amounts of love and support this year, and I would just love to keep that going all the way throughout the end of the year. And with that being said, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to give me a thumbs up. If you didn't enjoy the video, be sure to give me a thumbs down. Any feedback is good feedback to me, and as always, I appreciate all of the love and support. And I'll catch you boys and girls in the next banger, man.
Bye. Have a beautiful time.